Hello again, everybody. I am once again thrilled to be here and so excited with what you've been posting and sharing so far. I'm pleased to see that the recipes are working for you and that you're actually cooking. I think that's great. Today we're going to make stroganoff, a really easy pantry-friendly meal that you can do for your folks and with pretty much, stuff you probably already have on hand. You can make this vegetarian or not vegetarian if you like. And yeah, let's get started. Here's your ingredients. You need lentils if you want to use them. If you want to stretch, they're a really good way to stretch your ground meat, or you can make it with just lentils. So lentils, we need ketchup, we need mustard, we need ground meat. This is pork today. You can use ground beef, onion, sour cream, cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soup, mushrooms, some kind of pasta to serve it on, and away we go. So first things first, we're going to dice the onion. Remember we talked about leaving the root end on so that holds it all together. Then you make your slices in it like this. I've already done that a little bit. And then all you have to do is slice it, and it comes out in nice little pieces. Remembering to keep your fingers clawed back so that you don't slice them. And just like that. While that's happening, I'm actually going to go over here and I'm going to get the brown meat started. So you want to brown it over medium heat in a hot frying pan. Get the meat started. Get your water turned on for your pasta. That's another really important thing because you want to have this all ready at the same time. So timing is important. So we start browning the meat. We're going to let that sit there for a minute. And then I'm going to go back over here and finish with the mushrooms. I need a little bowl to put the onions in. So we'll put the diced onions in there. Then we're going to take the mushrooms. You'll see a brown paper bag. Brown paper bags are the best thing for saving your mushrooms in. They don't get all nasty and slimy if you store them in a plastic bag. So you can slice them however you like. If you like mushrooms and don't want them big to pick out, you can cut them smaller like this. If you are not a fan of mushrooms, then you can leave them big so that they're easy to pick out. Basically, all you want to do is just slice them like this. Mushrooms don't really need washing. If you wash them again, they get all slimy. So you can just give them a quick chop. If they've got a lot of dirt on them, you can just give them a brush. That's a good way to clean them. So we're going to put some mushrooms in here. Nobody in my family, except my husband, really likes mushrooms. So I don't always put mushrooms into my stroganoff, but they are a traditional addition. So those are good. We've got those all ready. The other thing we're going to do ahead of time is with the lentils. Canned lentils, canned chickpeas, anything like that. Drain them in the sink. But it's really important to rinse them because they are packed in a water that's got a lot of salt in it. So you want to rinse all that soft salt off them and use them like that. So we're just going to set them aside in this bowl so I don't make a mess on my counter. Like that. And we're going to brown up this ground pork. I think you're getting ground beef for your recipe, but I happen to have a lot of ground pork on hand, so I wanted to use that up. So, because remember, we're trying to be thrifty here, and we're trying to use things that you've got so that we're not heading out into the grocery stores any more than we need to, so that we're all staying safe at home, which I know can be a bit of a challenge. So there is our lovely pork. You want to make sure that there's no more pink in it. You can see there's still a little bit of pink So we're just going to finish browning that off. Just like that. Turn the heat down a little bit. Now we're going to add our onions. So we've got those ready to go. Again, with the onions, you can make them big, you can make them little. It's really up to you. I happen to really like onions, so I don't need to worry about picking them out. That. Oh, and I can see some big pieces in there that maybe I should have checked a little more closely. But as I said, I like onions, so we're good with that. Let that cook until the onions are translucent, which is a fancy word for saying clear. Right now you can't really see through them. That means they're opaque. So we're going to cook them until they're translucent. So, oh, it smells good. You guys like the smell of frying onions? I know I sure do. So, looking good here. Easy peasy. So now we're going to grab the mushrooms and throw those in as well. Get those all nicely cooked up. Mushrooms shrink a lot when you cook them, and they also give off a lot of liquid. They're a great way to add sort of a meaty texture to your food, particularly if you're vegetarian. Mushrooms are nice. And they also add something called umami, which is, it's not sweet, it's not salty, it's not bitter, it's kind of a savory flavor. It's a fancy word for mouthfeel and flavor and stuff like that. So we're gonna let that cook for a couple of minutes. So just remember, you know, you can make this your own. Like I said, you can put in mushrooms or not mushrooms. You can put in ground pork. You can use ground beef. You can also use strips of steak if you had that. Like if you had some round steak or something, you could cut it into nice thin strips and use that. Okay, so there we are looking good here. Looking good. You can see the mushrooms are starting to get cooked down a little bit. That's the way we want them. I think I should have cooked the pasta ahead of time. You may not see that part of the video because, again, it's another one of those, really? You want to watch me stand here and boil water? Probably not. Okay. So we'll give that another couple of minutes. Keep sauteing it. I like to do this in a frying pan because I don't want it dirty any more pots than you need to. You can also make it in a saucepan. That will work as well. Okay, it's coming along. All right. So when you upload your videos and stuff, make sure you tell us how it went. Whether you had any trouble with the recipe, whether you made it your own, what you did to change it. Because you can do that. All the recipes that I'm going to give you are things that you can muck around with if you want. Be creative. So this looks good. I think we are ready. Now we're going to add the lentils. I'm just going to put a few in here because I'm actually going to give this to my husband and he doesn't really like lentils. I'll save the lentils for something else. So in go the lentils. How's that looking, eh? Yum. Now, the next thing we're going to add is some This is the cream and chicken soup. That goes in. I need the beef broth. That is over here. So what I forgot, you folks have got packets of OXO in your thing, in your kit. It's the same thing. This is just a different version of a broth. And basically all you do is you add it to water, so it makes the broth. I'm using chicken broth here because I'm using chicken soup and pork. But you'll be using beef. So you'll add a little bit of water and a little bit of beef broth to it. And that helps make a nice sauce and give it some extra beefy flavor. So there, you're going to mix that all up. Just like this. Now you can see it's all coming together nice and saucy. It's just so good over noodles. Okay, it'll be nice and thick and creamy and rich. Excellent. Then we're going to add some sour cream. Get a different spoon. I always like to use the full fat sour cream, 14%. If you use the lighter sour cream, it tends to get a little runny. So a good helping of sour cream in there. And then, here comes the magic. Ketchup. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Mustard. Oh, my water's boiling. There's the mustard, a tablespoon of that. Stir it all up. Oh, this is going to be delicious. Okay. Nice, easy, healthy, comfortable meal for your family. Comforting, not comfortable. And that's really all there is to it. So what you have to do now is adjust the taste for just the seasoning on it, because you'll probably want to add a little salt and pepper to it. So give it a little taste. Let's see how that goes. I don't think it needs anything myself, because you've got lots of sodium in the ketchup and in the mustard, and also in the broth that you're putting on. So make sure you taste it before you add your salt and pepper. And that, my friends, is all there is to it.